Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to draw a realistic looking butterfly by using a layered process of graphite and colored pencils. Check it out. Hey, I'm Beth. Let's get started. So when you begin a drawing where you're using a reference photo, the process will be far more enjoyable and less frustrating if you're working from a photo that is high resolution. For instance, I'm using a photo from the website Pexels, which is a platform where you can download free high-resolution images that are also copyright-free. After I've chosen a photo that I want to draw, I use a simple photo editing app to save and print the photo in 3 different versions. The first version is the photograph as is and unretouched. The second version is a black and white copy so I can clearly see the values within the image. The third version, I adjust the color settings so that the image is actually in complementary color hues of the original image, but more on that later. Printing the image is helpful because you can keep your reference close at hand and make any markings on top of the image that will help you break down complex shapes and make them easier to figure out how to draw. The grisaille layer. Here I am using a graphite pencil and a blending stump to create value by mimicking highlights, midtones, and shadows. What are highlights, midtones, and shadows? Highlights are where the light hits an object the strongest. Shadows are where there is an absence of light, and midtones are all the values in between. But what you can't see me using here is a very sharp pin to actually scratch the surface of the paper. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm creating etches in the tooth of the paper. Did you say tooth? Yes, tooth is the texture of the surface of the paper. So quick tip, when you're using nice drawing paper, make sure you respect the tooth of the paper by not pressing your pencil down too hard at first. Because once you press a paper tooth down too much, you can't get that texture back. So why am I using a sharp pin to destroy the tooth of the paper, you may be asking? Well, in the reference photo, I could see tiny, fine white hairs in the image that are nearly impossible for me to draw. So because of which I used a pin to create a separate layer of the tooth, and in essence, it would preserve the absence of hue. Basically what I mean is I could add any color to the surface of the paper after the scratching, and the fine white hairs would pop out later because the scratches were indented into the tooth. Once you're happy with your rendered graphite drawing, it's time to preserve that layer by adding a spray of fixative to lock it down. Let the image dry before breaking out your colored pencils. The undertone. So the next part of the process is where I bring out the complementary color image that I mentioned before. What are complementary colors? Complementary colors are the colors that are opposite of each other on the color wheel. For instance, the opposite of red is green, the opposite of blue is orange, and the opposite of purple is yellow. But why is this important? Complementary colors essentially neutralize each other, leaving you with a very natural looking overall color tone of your piece. If you're still unsure of why I'm doing this, well, in painting, artists tend to add gray to tone a color and make it look more natural. Yet you can also get this effect by using complementary colors. You see, in nature, all colors are present in varying degrees and can be seen by varying light. When you see vibrant colors in a photograph, it's because you have a very high lighting that will show the pigments very well. Yet when you view an object with the naked eye, color and lighting is fluid and it's constantly changing. So our interpretation of color is very different than when we take a photograph and edit it. When I use undertones beneath the final image, I'm emulating nature. And if you still don't understand what I mean, I would totally check out this book by M.E. Chervil. After you finish lightly filling in the undertones, spray that layer with a fixative. The final layer. So in this layer is when you're going to actually have to start pressing harder. And what you're going to do is blend the colors together, or rather burnish, with small circles of the hand. A colored pencil blender is a great tool to burnish if you don't want to lighten any of the colors that you've laid down. Yet if everything is starting to appear too dark, then I would highly recommend burnishing with a white colored pencil, and you'll begin to see the colors will all begin to illuminate. When you're happy with the final image, make sure to seal it with one last coat of spray fixative. Alright guys, that's it. So thank you for joining me today, and hopefully you were able to learn something new about the specific process I used to draw. But of course, as every artist knows, there are millions of ways and processes to create art, and this is just one way. In order to truly master your own art, you must find your own style and consistently practice. By trying many different techniques though, you will eventually find something that works for you and your style. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you want to see more videos like this, will you let me know by hitting the subscribe button? Finally, If there's anything you would like to learn how to draw, tell me in the comments below so I can create more videos for you. Alright everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you next time.